Dear students, we are in we are proceeding with the language functions now. We have already finished the different language functions like introducing, leave taking, request for repetition, and asking for information. And today we are moving to offering to help and complaining. Sometimes we see people struggling. Then we want to go and help them. Sometimes maybe perhaps we wait others to ask our help, but it's not correct always. When we see somebody struggling, we have to run to help them. That is called humanness, humanity, what we call it as. So to be good citizens of our society or country, we need to render a help to one another. So whenever somebody is needing our help, in need of our help, let us see how we go and approach them, asking them whether they need our help. ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕು, ಆದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕಂತ. ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವರ ಬಳಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? Okay, you may be knowing the way you have to ask in vernacular language, but when it comes to English, you may not be knowing how to converse, how to have put it into proper sentences, your feelings. Now let us proceed with this unit, with this part of the language functions. So you know how to go and request others whether they need your help. There are different ways in which you can offer help to others in various situations in life. Now let us take this example. Bimala has to go to the hospital to see her sister. There is nobody to look after her child. Our neighbor offers to help. See here, Bimala is helpless, isn't it? She wants to go to the hospital to see her sister. What happens in the house? There is child, small child, and nobody is there in the house to look after the child. But her neighbor realizes her need and comes to her help. She herself comes to Vimala and asks her help. Vimala, oh, I am in a fix. In order to others should know our needs, we need to express it sometimes we did not express it also, but sometimes our neighbors may not know our needs unless we express. Neighbor, is there something I can do? See the way she is asking, is there something I can do? You can ask in the same way, is there something I can do for you? Vimla, do you mind to take care of my child for some time? Neighbor, no, I don't. Vimala, thank you. It's very kind of you. Thank you for helping me. Very kind of you. So here Vimala herself is asking her help. Do you mind to take care of my child for some time? Okay. Let's now proceed with one more example. Principal is asking in the classroom, is anyone in this class ready to introduce the chief guest in tomorrow's function? So sometimes people also, you may get such opportunities when your teachers ask, when a principal asks. But usually what do? Don't give to somebody else, we say. But let's also remember that it's a kind of service to humanity. You are helping somebody by doing so. Rahul, perhaps I could do it, sir. Principal, thank you for your offer, but I am afraid you look sick. You may not be able to do that. But what happens here? Rahul is sick, okay? Rahul is sick. That is why principal feels that he cannot do it. But Rahul says he is ready to do. Rahul, yes I am, but I will manage, sir. Yes, Rahul was sick, but he will say, still I can do it. I will manage it with. Principal, thank you Rahul, that is the spirit. Okay. for rendering your help. Thank you for offering your help, and that is a good spirit, isn't it? Helping somebody is a good spirit. Now, when it comes to different situations, how do we frame sentences? Situation and function, let us say, offering is a function of the language. Situation is formal or informal, it can be. So, when you offer your help, ನಿನ್ನ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ನೀನೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಆಫರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? ಮೇ ಐ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯು ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್, or somewhere wherever you are working, maybe in your business sector or somebody who is official person to you. How do you ask? May I help you, madam, sir, or would you like some help? If it is informal, how will you ask? If it is in your own family, can I help you? Need some help? Want a hand? Shall I? That you can use if it is in your house in an informal situation. Now let us see, you are accepting help. Somebody is telling that they want to help you, you are saying yes to them. How will you say? If it is formal situation, you would say that's very kind of you. If it is informal, you would say that's great, thank you, that is just what needed, yes please. If it is informal. Now declining. So declining means you don't want help. They have come there to help you, but you feel that you can do it by yourself. ನಿನಗೆ ಅವರ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ನಿನಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವರದ್ದು ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಡ ಈ ಮೂಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಸೊ, ಬೇಡ ನೀನು ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಡ್, ಹರ್ಟ್, isn't it? Because they are coming with their generosity, their openness to help you, their goodness it is. But if you suddenly answer them roughly, they will feel hurt. So if you want to decline, means if you don't want to help them, so how can you say it's nice of you, but don't maybe tire yourself, don't trouble yourself, maybe you can say that way if it is formal. If it is informal, thanks, don't worry, it's okay, no, it's all right. You can use these terms if it is informal. So hope you have understood it. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಆಫರಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನೀವೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ಆಫರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಕೇಳೋದು ಅವರಿಗೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳೋದು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾರ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಹೇಗೆ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್, ಎಸ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಡಿಕ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಡ, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಸಹಾಯ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಬಟ್ ಡೋಂಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ನೋ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. These all the terms can be used. Let us now proceed with some activities. Activity number 1. Harini's mother is sick. She couldn't complete her assignment. Ramya offers to help. Like these situations will take place in a classroom. Maybe some students, maybe home people are sick, or they themselves are sick. At that time they may require our help. How do you go and ask Harini? Ramya, can I help you? Harini, please. Let us see how to complete this conversation. Okay, Harini is expressing her difficulty now. Some spelling mistakes are here. Please do tolerate. Harini, I am afraid I won't be able to complete my assignment as my mother is sick. So she is expressing herself to Ramya. Okay, her mother is sick, that is why she can't finish her assignments. So Ramya is asking her, can I help you? Can I help you? So Harini is saying, please do the charts for me. Ramya, sure, don't worry. Sure, don't worry. Then Harini could say, Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Okay, next. Activity number 2. At the bookstall, an elderly man is struggling to read and copy the titles. Saurav offers to help him. ಈಗ ಸೌರವ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಈ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ದಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಪಿ ದ ಟೈಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಬುಕ್ ಸ್ಟೋರ್. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ಓ ಹೌ forgetful I am. I have left my reading glasses. Saurav, sir, if you don't mind, can I read out the titles for you? Then old man will say, I am so thankful to you, son. Saurav, the pleasure is mine. Saurav will say, the pleasure is mine, or it's my pleasure to help you. That way also you can say. Old man, not many are as kind as you son. Very grateful indeed. Okay. Many people are not like you. You who are not helpful. But you are very helpful. That is why I am grateful to you. Next. Activity number 3. Here there is a picture given to you. Look at this picture and complete the dialogue between the old woman and the young man. What is happening in the picture? The old woman may be struggling to cross the road and the young man is offering his help. He himself goes and offers his help. Let us see the conversation between them. Young man, what can you ask to the old woman? He can ask like, can I help you? Then old woman will say, yes my dear, can you help me cross the road? Can you help me cross the road? Young man will say, may I hold your hand? Old woman, yes, God bless you. Young man, no need to thank me, I have done my duty. So you can put the conversation in this way also. So young man will ask, can I help you? Old woman will say, yes my dear, can you help me cross the road? Young man, may I hold your hand? Old woman, yes, God bless you. Young man, no need to thank me, I have done my duty. So that's all about helping. Please remember these sentences, which is very important to know in order to fill in the blanks when it comes for exam. So when you are offering help, you have to say, may I help you? Or would you like some help? Or can I help? Need some help? Want a hand? Shall I? Accepting is, that's very kind of you. That's great. Thank you. That's just what needed. Yes, please. Declining, if you don't want their help at the moment, it's nice of you, but I don't. Thanks, don't worry, it's okay, no, it's all right. Let us now go to another function of the language, that is complaining. You want to complain. Many situations you are going and complaining to the principal, maybe to your class teacher, maybe you just carry complaints, isn't it? What are the complaints? Some of the complaints that you carry. If you are a class leader, you say there is lot of noise in the class, or the classroom is very dirty, the lights are not switched off, students are not on time, they are not wearing uniform properly. All such may be the complaints. Even when you are complaining, you need to use a very polite voice. You can't just rudely say the situation. You should not explain it in a rude way. All these things will help you to become a very polite person in the society, very refined and educated person. Now complaining, let us say. List a few situations where you feel like complaining in the principal's chamber. Teacher, I am sorry to say this, but some boys in that class are indisciplined. Teacher will go and complain to the principal here. It's not your students are not complaining here, a teacher is complaining about the students. because some students are indisciplined, they don't come on time, they are not punctual, they talk in the classroom. So many other complaints will be there. Principal, what is the problem? Teacher, sir, some boys are irregular to my class. Principal, is it? Who are they? Teacher, I have visited their names, I have listed their names. Principal, okay, I will look into the matter. That is the way of complaining. So expressions used to complain, if it is formal, I regret to bring to your notice. Generally we use this sentence in a term in a writing situation, like I forget to bring to your notice, I regret to bring to your notice. If it is informal, sorry, but I am sorry to say this, but I am sorry to trouble you, but you have to say what is your real problem. I am sorry to say that. Say I am sorry to trouble you, but the roads of a village are not in a proper condition. I am sorry to say this, but we need a repair to our roads. Sorry, but I need to express this difficulties our village is facing. These expressions you can use while you use the language for complaining. Activity number 1 has been given to you. Let us see some 3 situations have been given to you here. How will you complain at this situation? You have to make polite complaints. Okay, when you complain it, you should use polite language. Sometimes we feel that when we are angry, when we are aggressive, then what happens? Maybe things would happen faster. No, we need to maintain our cool while we are carrying the complaints of one another. You are studying for the examination. Your neighbor's children are playing music very loudly. So, how will you complain? So, there is a situation where you need to complain. Something is troubling you or disturbing you. You have to complain. How will you do that? May I request you to reduce the volume? I am not able to concentrate. So, here it is a polite request also. May I request you to reduce the volume? I am not able to concentrate. Then you have bought a mobile phone, but the battery is not getting charged properly. So whom will you complain? Complain to the company, maybe the shop from where you bought the mobile. I regret to bring to your notice that the battery of my new mobile phone is not charged properly. Not getting charged properly, that is your complaint. You see the way it is started. I regret to bring to your notice. In the first sentence, may I request you to reduce the volume. Next, you are sitting in a restaurant to have some tea, but no one attends to you. How will you say? What will you say? You will scold the waiter there, you scold the manager, or get up and go? I am sorry to complain, but there is no option. Okay, this is the way of saying thing. I am sorry to complain, but there is no option. What happens when you use such polite language? Then the one who is listening to you will really feel that you are a good person, you have real need, and your complaint might be taken into consideration soon. Otherwise, if you are rough in your language while complaining, then nobody will bother about it. So here, what expressions would you use to complain in the following situations? Some situations have been given to you here. So what are the expressions can be used to make a complaint? Situation, you are traveling in a bus, the passenger next to you is smoking. You complain to whom that time? To the conductor you can complain. You can't go to the driver. You can go to the driver, but since the conductor is very near to you, there close by, you can always ask the conductor's help. The expression that you can use is, I am sorry to say this, but smoking is public is an offense. So you can tell to the conductor like this, I am sorry to say this, but Smoking is prohibited in public. It's not accepted in public. That can be the answer. Next. Your neighbor's dog was barking throughout the night, disturbing your sleep. So how will you complain and whom will you complain? You have to complain to your neighbor because it is neighbor's dog. Neighbor means you have to complain to the ones whose dog is barking there, not anybody else. You might be having many neighbors. If you don't complain to the right person, then nothing is going to take place. So the expression you use can be, why don't you ensure that your dog doesn't bother us? Please make sure that your dog doesn't disturb us. That can be very, very polite. Next, one more situation has been given to you. A stranger has parked his car in front of the gate and you find it difficult to take out your bike. So, whom will you complain at that time? You have to complain to the stranger. How will you do it? Hope you will remove your bike immediately. Hope you will remove your bike immediately. Usually does it happen this way? It doesn't happen. We just go and scold. Can't you see? What do you say? Can't you see? You have kept your bike on the way. We can't even move our vehicles. Going on and on. But it is not a polite language to be used in public when we converse with one another. So today we have seen two types of language functions. One is offering to help and another is complaining. So when you offer to help, you should remember that you should use these terms. When you offer a help, you must ask, may I help you? Would you like some help? Or can I help? Need some help? And shall I? If you are accepting help, that's very kind of you. And that's great. Thank you. That's just what needed. Yes, please. And declining is you don't want help. When it was asked by somebody, you don't want the help because you can manage by your own. That time you decline. What do you say? It's nice of you, but don't trouble yourself, maybe. Thanks. Don't worry. It's okay. No, it's all right. So please keep in mind these expressions. These expressions are very, very important. While complaining, which are the expressions can be used? I regret to bring to your notice. If it is formal situation. If it is informal situation, you can say sorry to inform you, but this is what happened. Or I am sorry to say this, but I am sorry to trouble you, but. This term can be used in order to make your language more refined and more polite. So please go into your textbook and there are exercises which I have already done now. Please fill them up in your textbook, on your course book, because next time when you come to the college you need to bring your course book where we need to look into your answers, so that you may answer them correctly and learn the proper functions of language. So till now we have done with 4 language functions. One is introduction, the second one leave taking, third one request for repetition, fourth one asking for information, fifth one offering to help, then sixth one complaining. We have still some more language functions which will be covered up in the coming classes.